Hi everyone, I hope you've been having a great January. I can't believe it is already way into 2026 now, and I hope that all of those wonderful things you decided to do for yourself this year have been going really well. Today's video is dedicated to something that I think a lot of people can relate to, which is how to stay on top of your health and well-being when you are busy. So let's face it, our lives get very busy when it comes to families, careers, taking care of our homes. Even if you have pets, you all know that I have 3 dogs and 1 cat. Needless to say, my life is very busy, and because my health and wellness are such a top priority, I've really promised myself that this year I will find more efficient and easier ways to take care of my health despite my busy life. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, in hopes that I can share some of my insight with you, perhaps get some of the things that you are doing, and we can all share ideas. So let's get started. The first thing that I find to be very time consuming when being proactive about your health is staying on top of your medical visits and your doctor's appointments. Those tend to get pushed off sometimes in the calendar, which is not always a great thing. So I wanted to share something with you today that is a wonderful, wonderful service, and I'm sure many people can benefit from. It's called Zocdoc. Zocdoc is a free app and website that helps you find and book high quality in-network doctors so you can find someone that you love. So we're talking about the ability to have access to 150,000 providers in 50 states. You can easily search by symptoms or by specialty to find the team that works best for you. So regardless of what you're looking for, whether it's dermatology, whether it's you think you have the flu, maybe you need a pediatrician, Zocdoc is going to have the perfect match for you. One thing I love about Zocdoc is how easy it is to search. You can look for doctors by specialty or even by symptoms. So you're not guessing or wasting time, whether you need primary care, dermatology, dental, or something more specific. You can actually get a hold of a doctor, find someone accepting new patients, and make sure they take your insurance, all in one place. And before you book, you can read real patient reviews, which gives you a genuine sense of what the doctor might be like, from their personality to their bedside manner. I also really love that they have in-office appointments, if that's something you would prefer. And the real-life reviews give you a great sense of the doctor's personality. So if you're somebody like me who doesn't like small talk, just really wants to get in, understand what's happening, you can find a doctor that fits your personality perfectly. And also, you can check availability real time. Most appointments can be booked within 24 to 72 hours, and some doctors even have same-day availability. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to Zocdoc.com/Janine to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. This message is sponsored by Zocdoc. My next tip for fitting wellness into your busy life is finding movement that works with real life. And what I mean by that is, when you're busy, it's often difficult to set aside time to go to the gym, to take an exercise class. I know a lot of busy people tend to do those things on the weekends, and that's great. The weekends are a wonderful time to catch up on exercise and workouts. However, that's not enough. So we want to make sure that we're moving on a daily basis, and of course, that's always difficult to do when we're super busy. So I like to suggest to people to incorporate movement into your everyday life. These are very simple things you can do, such as if you work in an office building, take the stairs instead of taking the elevator. Take your dogs for a walk. Maybe do something active around the house. If you like to clean, I love to clean. Cleaning is a great way to get movement into your day. So when you really think about it, there are a lot of things around us and ways that we can incorporate movement throughout the day, especially for those of us who have desk jobs. It's really important to get out at lunch, go for that walk, make sure to move, and make sure to stretch. The next really critical aspect of making time for yourself is being able to balance work life. making time for your emotional well-being. And that's something many of us are challenged with. Today's society is always driven by productivity, but sometimes we have to take a step back and realize being productive can mean being productive to take care of yourself, not just about doing and about working. So I like to carve out times throughout my week, right before I go to bed, maybe doing a meditation session, putting my phone away, reading a book, something that will calm my mind, and then I feel energized and restored for the next day. Now, if you're a morning person, you can incorporate that type of routine into your morning, maybe going outside and doing a morning stretch, or even just taking in the sunset. I have a lot of friends who also like to incorporate certain food rituals, such as a cup of tea, into their morning routine. Anything that you can do to really step outside of your busy life, to focus on yourself, and you can get re-energized. And ultimately, that will lead in increased productivity once we start to do that. And the last tip I have is to design routines that make your life easier, to focus not on perfection, but just on things that work for you. So many of you have probably heard of the 80-20 rule. That simply means that we can strive to do 80% of everything to our best capability, but allow that other 20% to just kind of land and fall where it may. And I think that's a really great way to have balance in your life, and it really helps you understand where your priorities fall and make time for other things instead of striving for everything to be on instead of striving for everything to be perfect. I hope that you found this video helpful. I really do think this is a topic that so many people can relate to. And again, these are just some of the tips that I have shared, but I would love to hear some of your own tips in the comments, or questions, or things that maybe you need a little bit of clarity on and support from others. I do think mental health is something that we all need to support one another with. We are all here in this world to act as a community, to help one another out, and a lot of times that goes forgotten. So this platform is a great way to reconnect with other like-minded people. I encourage you to share the video if you know anybody that you feel would benefit from it as well. I hope you have a wonderful day. Most importantly, take care of yourself, and everyone around you will feel supported. I'll see you all soon.